In this video, it's gonna be different. I had that in mind. It's gonna be basically a lesson for you. I'm gonna show you some of the pieces I'm playing, music theory. Yeah, so let's hop into the digital keyboard. I don't have the actual piano, not available for me to practice in this acoustic piano downstairs because whatever, never mind. So I am going to show you guys some of the process and maybe teach you some of the basic, maybe more advanced notions of piano. Multiple sclerosis disability does not mean that you cannot do something, it just means that you have to do it differently. Like my occupational therapist said, I'm not practicing 8 hours. I'm gonna explain to you how I'm going with the process and sharing some things that you can learn too. You can learn about my practice. You can learn about music. You can learn about piano. You can learn about so much stuff because that's fun. What was I talking about? Let's get into the piano. What are you guys doing? Hey, hey, hey. Here we are at the piano. Digital, unfortunately, but it also helps a lot. Also for those who, ow, ow. Also for those who do like birds or maybe hate them, I apologize. How do I practice having multiple sclerosis and still? What are you doing? Okay, so for the piece I'm preparing right now, Tchaikovsky. So that's a pretty nice piece. Some of you requested it. What it was. Like right now, my hands aren't looking good. But I wouldn't tell the student to play like that. For as it is for the piece. So when I start reading this piece, is that I look at the harmony, but not necessarily. I just read directly through the score, and I just have an overall idea of the music that I have to play. It's basically chords. I think some video where I talk down below more in detail about chords of Tchaikovsky. I'm gonna try to show some of it. So you want to make sure that the pedaling is not forced so much. You want to change it. Okay, so what I'm doing there, when it starts to play the notes, I'm playing the G or Sol. I'm trying to, of course, it's not so obvious because I don't have an acoustic piano with me right now. But usually what I do is, I just feel that when I pull my finger out of the keyboard, there is some kind of, there is more, how can I explain it? There is more sensitivity, and just when you're playing this, it's especially important for the beginning. You want to make sure that your hands are loose and you're playing the chords correctly. It's a beautiful piece. The harmonies are just outstanding, and you don't need to do it, but I just prefer to pull my fingers like if it was some kind of string instrument, and it is. The piano is a string instrument. It's also a percussion instrument. Percussion, like some people go crazy with that and like tap some crazy beat while also playing, which I find kind of fascinating. I find pretty fascinating. But anyway, so getting into the piece right now. Oops. Then pull. Oops. And this chord. Okay, awesome. That ornament I did play kind of slow, which I don't do it usually. It was slow because my fingers were tired, also because of my brain and MS, but we adapt. If you have multiple sclerosis and you have that kind of problem, of course I would recommend taking a break. Ideally just doing something else. It could be looking at your piano score, or it could be reading literally a book, or doing some kind of other activity just to get those connections, brain synapses going, recharging. Brain synapses recharging. That's how I think about it. I'm not a neurologist or specialist of the brain, but I find it interesting. So, like I said, here, I like to place my fourth finger. I think a lot of people have to experiment to know which kind of fingering is right for them, because all hands are different and we all have different capacities. So it's when you try to adapt fingering for a piece, it's a good idea to experiment with different fingering because our hands are different. So I like doing it. 1, 4, 3 numbers are just there to indicate which finger. That's 1, that's 2, that's 3, that's 4, that's 5. I was getting fatigued. Right here. Oops. There. Oops. Then G. Oops. Then it's important to let go of the pedal, and you're trying to bring it each voice. And here I would. And then you have a forte crescendo, I believe. Where was I? Okay. You have a forte, poco più just means a little by little, pretty much. You think about a crescendo. It's I'll try to link the score or leave a link to look at the score. It was the first page, but I just wanted to show some of the process I'm going through practicing this piece, which was requested by some of you. Of course, I have some subscribers. I don't have a lot. So if you're watching, didn't subscribe, don't leave a like yet. I would recommend that. It really helps me. And this channel, again, to practice this piece it's ideal for someone like me with MS. It's not a fast piece. It goes slowly, but the harmonies are still like so beautiful. Also Josh Wright, if you don't know him, I'll try to leave also I'll link one of his videos where he talks about this piece. He's a good teacher. So, side note for the birds, I apologize. It wasn't a good idea to bring them out. They were kind of disturbing. The birds are annoying. And other than that, October from Tchaikovsky is a really good piece. Just to sight read, or you could also play it for fun, or maybe for a concert. This video is getting long. I wanted to show some process, practice what I'm doing. So usually what I do is that I'll practice 1 hour. I'll give myself some break, some kind of break, doing something else, and then I'll come back to practicing, and then like 1 hour, go back to a break, and I think you get the drill. So I try to do it at least 3 times so that I practice 3 hours a day. I don't do it every time, honestly. But that said, it was the video for today. If you liked it, again, leave it a thumbs up, subscribe, and click on that bell so you can be notified every time I post a video. If you liked that video, also leave me a comment. Tell me what you thought about it, and I'll try to post maybe a part 2 or a lesson like this. If you guys liked if you guys like this kind of video, see you.